Hold on guys, we are going to move through this quickly. These plans are available in the free plan section of my website. I will leave a link in the description. You will need a little over a half a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood and two 2x4s for the trim. Using my trusty Craig AccuCut, the only pieces that I'm going to cut to a final dimension is the length of the top and the bottom. After changing to a high tooth count blade, I'm going to the table saw to break down the rest of these pieces, but I'm not going to cut the top and the bottom apart yet. Cutting the dados in one pass before you separate the top and the bottom will ensure that your dados match up perfectly. You want to mark out what will be the back of each piece before you separate them. Then it's back to the table saw to rip down the top, the bottom, and the sides to the final width. Using a 3/8 inch rabbet bit or rebate bit depending on where you are, we're going to cut the rabbet on the top, the bottom, and each side. You want to put this together to get your final dimensions for your back, just to make sure it's perfect. Once your back is in place, you can fit your center divider. Normally, I would tape off all of the joints and paint the insides before I put this together, but it's cold and rainy outside and I just don't have the time to let it dry. Subscribe. So your plywood is not exactly 3/4 of an inch thick, so you will have a little bit of overhang with a 3/8 inch rabbet. So grab a flush trim bit and smooth it out. The 1x lumber here is junk, so I'm making my own out of 2x4s. I made the rails and the two outside stiles a 1/16 of an inch bigger than they're supposed to be, so I can grab my flush trim bit again and have a perfect fit all the way around. All that's left is to sand it real good, fill all the nail holes and the cracks with Dados, which is the greatest nail hole filler on the planet. Link in the description. Let it dry, sand it down, wrap a piece of scrap and some sandpaper to break the edges, and you're ready to paint. Mama, I love you. Merry Christmas. Everyone else, thank you for watching, and I love you too. Click one of these other videos and I'll see you over there in a minute.